Which career option will have maximum demand in 2025? What are the kind of skills and softwares that you need to learn? And if you're a student, how can you crack that record breaking salary? To get these answers, we went through this 290-page long report on the future of jobs by the World Economic Forum that explains how, on one hand, AI and other global changes will decrease the demand of certain jobs and at the same time increase the demand of some new jobs. To make your life easy, we have made a list of top technical careers and core skills that you must learn in 2025 and also a list of specific technical skills and average salaries that you can expect for each of these career options. My name is Ansh Mehra and you're attending a class at the Cutting Edge School. If you're here for the first time, let me quickly revise three first principles we teach all our students. Firstly, AI is not a cheap replacement. It's almost like having an intern who's a little drunk, which means that you can never skip learning your actual core subject and substitute your actual contextual knowledge with AI's knowledge. Second, you need to use AI for your first draft and not the last draft, which means that you need to learn how to validate what AI gives you and then build on top of it. I've explained this entire human with AI workflow in our Basics of AI Masterclass from IIM Bangalore. Third, the future belongs to healthy people who can recognize patterns and have the vocabulary to describe those patterns. All these AI tools require you to speak or type about what you want. If you're unable to clearly communicate what you want, you will always be left behind. Now that this revision is done, let's figure out how the job market will change in the next 5 years. The WEF report says that 86% of businesses globally are planning to include AI automation in their work. Now, anytime I say the word automation, people think that AI will just do everything on its own and humans just need to press a button. But honestly, the most valuable tech jobs will have AI augmentation instead of pure AI automation. Now let me explain you what that means. Assume a task has 100 steps. The report tells us that in their survey data, today 47% of these tasks are done by people alone. 30% of them are done by a combination of tech and people. And 22% tasks are done just by technology. By 2030, this entire split will become almost even, which means only 33% tasks will be done by just humans alone, 33% will be done with a combination of humans and technology, and 34% will be done by just tech alone. The question is, how do we become capable enough to run these 33% combination tasks? And what exactly do these humans need to know who are supposed to do these pure human tasks? Now, the answer to this is in understanding the core skills needed by 2030. But before we get to the core skills, let me reveal you a list of specific job titles that will see a very high demand in 2025. We have big data specialists, fintech engineers, AI and machine learning specialists, software and application developers, security management specialists, and UX designers. Now, if you want to learn these new technical skills on your own while pursuing a job or your college, and also get a certification from the world's leading universities and companies, then you can check out online certified courses by Simplilearn. Simplilearn's AI and machine learning programs are designed to give you hands-on experience through real-world projects, interactive lessons, and practical tools that you can actually use. It has earned top ratings on platforms like Forbes, SwitchUp, and Course Report, and has helped thousands of learners take their careers to the next level. Whether you're just starting out or looking to upskill, this could be your opportunity to level up. But what is so special about Simplilearn that is not available anywhere else? First, they focus a lot on real-world practice, so you get hands-on experience with projects that actually matter. Next, all students get to learn from experts, because after enrolling, you'll attend live sessions led by top industry professionals and global leaders. And most importantly, the brands they have collaborated with are globally recognized. So their courses are trusted and rated highly by Forbes and other rating platforms. They also have courses in trending fields like data science, cybersecurity, product and design, which you can find in their website menu. Check out Simplilearn by going to the link in description or the pinned comment. Coming back to the career list, if you want to check which of these fields is suitable for you, then you can copy paste this exact prompt template into a tool like DeepSeek R1 or ChatGPT. We've taught both of them on our YouTube channel, and you can have a conversation with these AI tools to help you figure out which fields will suit you the most. So this is how the prompt looks like. Hi, I am a student studying XYZ degree in XYZ city with only X years of experience. I have come across a report by the World Economic Forum that lists out top jobs for 2025. The issue is, I do not know what career path to choose. I want you to make a list of questions that help me understand my natural strengths, educational background, natural curiosity, and financial constraints. Then, I want you to shortlist 3 careers out of the following list that you think are suitable for me on the basis of the answers I give to you. The list has big data specialists, fintech engineers, AI and machine learning specialists, software and application developers, security management specialists, and UX designers. Once you shortlist 3 of these paths, ask me if I like them or not. If I don't like some of them, swap them with the next option in your ranking order. Once we shortlist, I want you to have a detailed conversation with me where you can help me understand all of these jobs, their expectations, the kind of work I'll be required to do, and the kind of skills and softwares I need to learn for them. Throughout this conversation, you can ask me any questions if you need any kind of clarity. Now, I'm pretty sure you're wondering that, Ansh, what are those core skills that you were talking about? The one that will help human beings become capable enough for AI augmentation. To answer that, let's move on to chapter number 2. So the WEF report listed 26 core skills that will be required across domains. The list is pretty long, so I've picked 4 absolutely non-negotiable skills that you can start learning from today itself. The first core skill is analytical thinking. Imagine you're a UX designer and you notice your app's user engagement dropping. Now, if you practice analytical thinking, instead of just jumping to action and making random changes, you will first understand why something is even happening. You'll try to dig deep with steps such as breaking down the user journey, or identify drop-off points, or analyze user feedback patterns, and a lot of these things one by one, and sort of test different solutions in a systematic way. Now, all of these practical steps will help you understand why something is not working. Most people focus on the what and the how behind things. They look at something and describe what it is. Then they can copy it, watch a YouTube tutorial, and execute it on a software by learning how to do it. But very few people actually take time to understand why something works. Now, these are the kind of questions you need to ask when you're actually practicing analytical thinking. And in future, this one single skill will be what every employer will value the most, which is your ability to break down large problems into smaller ones and also find patterns across your subjects. Next, we have resilience and flexibility. In general vocabulary, resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks or failures, and flexibility is a skill that helps you adapt to new situations or environments. But how exactly do you check if you're flexible or resilient enough? See, if you're good at adapting to new trends, learning new tools and technologies, managing timelines, especially when new constraints are added, planning and pivoting when it wasn't expected, or working with difficult people who might not easily agree with you, you can proudly say that you have some traits of being resilient and flexible. To deep dive into this subject, I will recommend you to read this book called Grit. If you feel lack of motivation, this one book will help you get a lot of clarity. Next, we have AI and big data. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to learn how to code and build LLMs or build AI. The point is, do you even know the basics of using AI and big data at your work? And both of these subjects require extreme levels of pattern recognition. In future, almost every single person will be expected to learn the basics of prompting, handling AI agents, and then knowing how to use AI and data to make better decisions. Because as Jensen said,
the IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future.
Next, we have systems thinking, which is the ability to understand how different parts of a system interact and influence one another to work as a whole. So you will need to learn how to break down complex interconnected problems into a chain of mini problems. Learn how to zoom in into the most tiny details of a problem, and then also learn how to instantly zoom out to see the bigger picture, and practice converting complex processes that requires a lot of stakeholders into well-written SOPs or prescriptions. Now, let me know in the comments if you want me to deep dive into any of these 4 core skills, because it takes a lot of time to sort of go deep into how all of these things will work. But Ansh, what if we just want a stable salary? How do we ensure that after college we get a good branded job? And how do we get to know the kind of degree or skills do we need for them? To answer that, let's move on to chapter number 3. So the WEF report listed 26 core skills that will be required across domains. The list is pretty long, so I've picked 4 absolutely non-negotiable skills that you can start learning from today itself. The first core skill is analytical thinking. Imagine you're a UX designer and you notice your app's user engagement dropping. Now, if you practice analytical thinking, instead of just jumping to action and making random changes, you'll first understand why something is even happening. You'll try to dig deep with steps such as breaking down the user journey, or identify drop-off points, or analyze user feedback patterns, and a lot of these things So after going through multiple job openings for these top careers, we realized that every job requires at least a bachelor's degree along with some certifications to be eligible to get hired. Firstly, please understand that no salary survey can accurately help you calculate how much money you will make in that profession, because your salary is a function of how good you are at what you do, who do you work for, and for how long are you willing to work for them. We've already made a very detailed video on how you can plan your career. I will share that video in the description. The topmost component is about how good you are at what you do. Hence, you need to enroll in courses or degrees that focus a lot on hands-on projects. Having good brands on your CV will go a long way in creating a perception, but perception is just for opening doors. Your real value comes from what you can do for someone. How can your skills help a business either save time or make more money? So to make your life easy, let me go through 6 high-paying careers as suggested by the WEF report and explain what these jobs can expect from you and what are the average starting salary ranges for each role. The numbers on the high end are usually for the top 1% only, who understand both the tool and the subject and sort of understand how the field works in general. Now, most of these ranges were so wide that they sort of kill the point of even sharing such data. But still, I will tell you whatever reliable information that we could find online. At any point, if you come across any technical skill that you do not know, simply go to DeepSeek R1 or ChatGPT and ask this. Explain this concept to me as if I'm a 5-year-old. And this one single prompt will help you a lot. First, we have big data specialists. Now, this job expects you to collect, process, and analyze large sets of data using softwares and algorithms to uncover patterns, trends, and insights that drive business decisions. So people who work in this field actually build data pipelines. They optimize databases and they ensure that all of these systems are working together to come to concrete outcomes. Now, the required technical skills include basics of data analysis and visualization, proficiency in big data tools like Hadoop and Spark, experience in programming languages like Python, R, and SQL, database management, and then statistical modeling. The report also calls out that AI and big data are predicted to grow in importance across nearly all sectors, with over 90% of industries expecting increased demand for these skills. The starting salary for a good big data specialist in Bangalore is around 24 to 25.9 lakhs per year. Next, we have fintech engineers. This job expects you to develop technology solutions, and mostly these businesses are in financial circuits, which might include you building a framework or an infrastructure for payment systems or digital wallets or blockchain-based applications and financial analytics platforms. Now, the required skills include experience in programming languages like Java, Python, C++, knowledge of blockchain and cryptocurrency technologies if you're planning for Web3 based companies, and then proficiency in financial modeling and algorithms. You also need to be well versed with cybersecurity in financial systems and cloud computing. The report suggests that the financial service industry is investing heavily in reskilling, with 71% of employers prioritizing upskilling. The starting salary range for fintech engineers is very diverse. We saw numbers that started from 4 lakhs a year to 12 lakhs a year, so it's pretty tough to guess where you will land. Next are AI and machine learning specialists. This job expects you to design, train, and deploy AI models and systems for various applications like automation, recommendation engines, and predictive analysis. Required technical skills are experience in implementing machine learning algorithms, proficiency in deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, knowledge of natural language processing, data pre-processing and engineering, experience in programming languages like Python, R, and Java. And the starting salary for an AI and machine learning engineer in Bangalore is again very diverse. We saw some startup openings starting from 7 lakhs a year to almost 21 lakhs a year. Next, we have software and applications developers. This job expects you to design, code, test, and maintain software applications to meet user needs. These developers work on platforms ranging from mobile apps to large enterprise systems. Skills required include experience in programming languages like Java, Python, C#, Kotlin, experience in mobile app development, iOS and Android both, and basic stuff like debugging and testing. The report says that software developers are among the the top job creators with near universal adoption of AI and quantum technologies in the IT sector. Starting salary range for software developers in Bangalore is around 5 to 15 lakhs per year. Next, we have security management specialists. This job role protects organizations from cyber threats by designing and implementing a lot of security measures and monitoring systems. Skills required include knowledge of cybersecurity frameworks, the ability to manage risk network security, proficiency in ethical hacking, understanding recovery and incident responses. The report mentions that cybersecurity ranks as the second fastest growing skill from 2025 to 2030. The starting salary range for security consultant in Bangalore is between 7 to 15.9 lakhs a year. Again, extremely diverse. There is literally no way anybody can get any useful outcomes from these online surveys. And if you're wondering why we're only mentioning Bangalore, it's because Bangalore has the maximum amount of startups and tech companies who are in need of these people. Lastly, we have UX designers. This job expects you to create user-friendly and aesthetically pleasing interfaces for websites, mobile apps, and softwares. They focus on enhancing the user experience of the customer through design and functionality. We've been talking about these skill sets for the past 2.5 years, but just to revise, you need to have strong experience in the laws of UX and Figma, user research and testing, prototyping, and a lot, to be honest. We've taught all of it for free on learnuiux.in. The report suggests the telecommunications industry prioritizes design and user experience, networks, and cybersecurity, with twice the global average of respondents identifying these as core skills. A realistic starting salary for UX designer in India right now is between 5 to 9 lakh rupees per year. Now, I'm pretty sure you're feeling very overwhelmed with so much of information. I apologize if I've mentioned any wrong technical skills in all the tech jobs that I had listed out. I would strongly recommend you to do your own research, because we have tried to do our absolute best by going through this entire report and then finding out the most reliable information. And to be honest, you don't have to sort all of this out in one day. I'll tell you how to approach this step by step. First, download the WEF report. I'll paste the link in description. You can use Google's Notebook LM or DeepSeek or even ChatGPT to read the PDF and scan whatever areas that are relevant to you. Then make notes from this video and run that ChatGPT prompt I had shared you in chapter 1. Once you shortlist 3 career paths, you need to go on LinkedIn and find people in similar jobs. Go through their educational backgrounds, their work experience, the kind of projects that they've done before. Once done, plan a way to learn those skills. You can always start with Simply Learn courses by going to the link in description. Spend at least 100 hours before you quit learning a skill. If you use my prompt from chapter 1, you have already saved a lot of time. So don't quit so early, because when you're learning something new, a lot of people just rush to sort of quit very early. If you like this video, then make sure you comment below your feedback in utmost detail. Let me know what topic should we cover next. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you keep learning with us. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This was your host anshmehra, and you just finished a class at the Cutting Edge School. If you want another detailed roadmap of how you can plan your career and upcoming applications, then this video will help you out.